Hi there, guys. Efocutioner here, and welcome. This is where I'll be talking about the Nintendo Switch and how I feel about it. And I have to say, it took me a while to really think about this, because Switch came out since the presentation and on the 12th, and I was just like, man, I really need to sit down, really need to analyze Q, all the information we heard, and mostly, to be 110% honest, I had to triple check if I could show any Nintendo footage from the announcement or even pictures. So unfortunately, I'm not even gonna take the chance. I'm not gonna showcase anything. So you're just gonna see my beautiful face, in the straw hat poster back here. So, but I gotta say, man, I'm really interested in the Switch. I did not expect to like it. I really didn't. A few of my questions got answered. I was really surprised by the answers, of course. One of the things I was a little concerned about was the battery life on the thing, and we come to find out that it's actually 2.5 hours to 6 hours, depending on the game, for the battery life of the Nintendo Switch console. That was a huge thing for me, but one of the things I was really surprised and happy about is that the Nintendo Switch will actually come with the AC adapter. So you'll be able to plug it in and play it while you're on the go. So that was a huge thing for me. I was really concerned about the battery life. I was really concerned about the wristbands for when you want to play any games. So I kind of figured that the Joy-Cons were basically going to be a device that you probably might be using wild and frantically and stuff, and the wristbands came with it, so that's another thing you didn't have to pay for. One thing that really surprised me was the fact that the console itself comes with two packages, one with the basic Joy-Cons, left and the right, with the gray color, and then there's another one that comes with the red and the blue. So I was really surprised by that. I was like, whoa, Nintendo, you did not have to do that. You definitely did not need to do that. Another thing that really surprised me was the HDMI cord that's coming with it. Once again, I thought they were going to charge us for it, so I was really surprised by that. I was like, oh my gosh, Nintendo, yeah, this is definitely worth the $300. And I was just really surprised by that. And I gotta say, the games that are coming out, like ARMS, I'm really into ARMS. I'm really into it. Oh my gosh, that trailer for ARMS looks so amazing. I don't even know what to say right now. I want to play ARMS. I definitely want to play ARMS. And I really want to play Legend of Zelda, but I've been wanting to play Legend of Zelda since I played it E3, E3 last year. So all that's really done is just been erase the hype. Although there's one thing I'm a little upset about is the memory, the storage itself. So we all know that it uses the SDXC cards, like those little cards and stuff like that. And 32 gigs is not a lot if you think about it. 32 gigs is definitely not a lot. If you heard the news, Legend of Zelda will take up 13.4. So basically that's 40%. Well, they're saying 40% of the storage. We're not really sure if there are going to be any extra patches to the game. And then, of course, there's going to be DLC content for Legend of Zelda. So everyone's been saying, it's going to take up 40%, blah, 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 blah. And then, of course, even though I do like the fact that you have the charger, the battery life is kind of low. I was kind of expecting the battery life without charging it to be maybe 4 to 6 hours. And the fact that they said, depending on game, it's really going to be 2.5 to 6 hours. And now people are saying that Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is going to be 3 hours. And that might just be if you turn down all the settings, or if you turn down all the lighting, that could probably be 3 hours. So, it's not bad. It's just I was expecting a little bit more for the price range, but that doesn't make the Switch not viable. It just doesn't make it viable right now. Maybe they might make a better version a year later, 2 years down the line, or maybe something might change about that. But I like the Switch. I love the Switch. Another thing I'm a little concerned about is the Joy-Cons, because they're so small, and as you can see, I have like super huge hands, and I already know for a fact that I'll be okay with the Joy-Con grip. I think I'll be fine with that. I don't think I'll have any problem playing the game like that. And I definitely won't have a problem taking the Joy-Cons, putting on the Nintendo Switch console, using it as a handheld and holding it like that. I probably won't, I guarantee I won't have a problem. I won't really know until I see the Nintendo Switch coming to, Chicago, February, I believe it was February 13th. I'll double check that on the website, but I'll post a link at the bottom that like tells you like which cities and stuff like Nintendo is going to be showcasing the Nintendo Switch. But I know they're coming to Chicago in February, so I can't wait to try it. I'm hopefully that might put my fears to rest and be like, all right, so the Joy-Cons aren't really as bad as I think, because I really think like if I use like the little Joy-Cons, if like say I bring my my Joy-Cons with me, and another friend wants to play, Switch with me, and we have to use like the small controllers. I just don't want to be like, can't play. Hopefully, it should be all right. But like I said, I won't know until February, and I'm really glad that Nintendo is, bringing the Nintendo Switch, bringing it to certain cities, letting people try it for themselves before they buy it. Like, I think that's a very, very strong, like, that's a great thing to do. Like, even PlayStation did it for the PlayStation VR. Like, you can't be mad if you try, like, they bring it to you and they're like, try it before you buy it, try it before you start talking shit. But, as we know, as we know the internet, and as we know, when something is really good or something's just really great, there's going to be people that want to talk about it. And I know for the last few days, we've seen multiple tweets. We have people talking about Nintendo Switch's price, the price on the controllers, all of the above. And of course, I'm going to showcase this picture here. This like infamous tweet, I'm going to call it infamous, from Robin Gaming, where it says like Nintendo Switch, $300, Legend of Zelda $60, the Pro controller $70, online fee. Altogether, it looks like it's going to be $430 to get started. Oh look, PS4 and Xbox One game bundles are $250. It's just like an interesting tweet. So I kind of thought like since Robin Gaming wants to do something like that, like let me write down the the price and stuff. I kind of did that too. So I'm gonna do that with the same reference that Robin Gaming put on there. I'm gonna talk about the price, because you also have to forget there are gonna be people who really want like new better storage. So I wrote that down. So I put adding the Nintendo Switch storage, of course. You want a 256 gig. That might run you between 140, 143. So I'm gonna put 143. You might find it cheaper, but I'm just finding right now on the internet. I found on Amazon, 256 gig, 143. The online pay, the online play, it actually might be $60, because I doubt Nintendo is gonna go higher and be like, oh, if you want to play Nintendo Online, you got to pay $70. No, I guarantee it's going to be 60 or below. So we're going to stay at 60. So the full total with the total that he has, adding the hard drive, adding the online play, I'm going to say that it's going to roughly run you about $633 at start, at launch, if you want everything on day one. Everything. $633. Yeah, I know, that's a lot. That's a lot. But let's take a look at Xbox's prices on day one, their first release. Now, the Xbox One console that had everything, and I mean like the camera, the controllers, the system itself, day one console with no bundle, because as we all know, Xbox did not have a bundle on day one. That was about $500. If you wanted another controller, which is the same thing for people who want to Switch, you might want another controller. So another controller, $60. Xbox Live, another $60. Oh, let's say if you just want one game, just like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So we're gonna pick, any one of the Xbox One day releases, and I can even talk about that. Like, I think what were the games? The games that came out were Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Battlefield 4, Call of Duty Ghosts, Crimson Dragon, Dead Rising 3, FIFA 14, Fighter Within, Forza Motorsport 5, Just Dance 2014, Killer Instinct, but that's free, so you don't have to worry about that. Lego Marvel Superheroes, Loco Psycho, Madden NFL 25, NBA 2K14, NBA Live 14, Need for Speed Rivals, Power Star Golf, Rise, Son of Rome, Skylanders Swap Force, Xbox Fitness, Zoo Tycoon, Zumba Fitness World Party. Now, Battlefield 4, Call of Duty Ghosts, and Assassin's Creed were all games that were originally on earlier consoles. The only new kind of game I would put on the Xbox list is Killer Instinct, which is free, but you only were allowed to play one character unless you paid for the first season pass, which then that's $60, or Dead Rising 3, because that's, made for Xbox. But a lot of this stuff, and Rise, Son of Rome, that's also another Xbox exclusive. Not bad. I mean, I think, and Crimson Dragon, of course. So that's really four. It's four games, 4 Xbox exclusives. But let's be honest. It's not really much in the game category, right? But we're gonna say one. We're gonna pick one. So that's a $6 game. And then, of course, for those who have the Xbox One, it's 500 gigs. You might be thinking to yourself, I have Xbox Live. They're gonna be giving out a bunch of free games throughout the years. I might want a new hard drive. So you're gonna want the best of the best hard drive. So you're gonna get a 2 terabyte hard drive, and that's gonna run you about $100. So the total, with all that included, let me run through the prices again, folks. Xbox One, the controller, Xbox Live, one game, the Xbox hard drive, all together on release at that time of 2013, November 22nd, 2013, at its release would have run you about $780 if you wanted to get everything. Not take your time and buy it throughout, buy it at your own pace. But if you want to buy it at day one, $780. I know. It's a lot, right? I mean, it's not as much as, people are talking about the Switch. And I know your argument could be, well, the systems out now have bundles. And I'm like, yeah, but that's 3 years into its life cycle. We're talking about launch. We're talking about nothing but launch. So Xbox One on this launch day would have run you about $780 if you wanted everything on day one. Not taking your time like most people are going to be doing. But if you just wanted everything without worrying about it on day one, $780. Now let's go to PlayStation. PlayStation, which was also the PlayStation 4, which came out November 15, 2013. The system itself didn't have a bundle on day one, not until a little bit later. But the system itself was $400. The controller, $60. PSN, $50. Not too bad, $10 less. Pretty good. One game. If we wanted to get one game. But you're thinking to yourself, what one game would I really want from PlayStation? Well, let me tell you their launch titles that came out. You had Angry Birds Star Wars, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Battlefield 4, Call of Duty Ghosts, Contrast, DC Universe Online, Dive Kick, FIFA 14, Flower, Injustice 1, Just Dance 2014, you had Killzone Shadowfall, you had Knack, folks, Lego Marvel Superheroes, Madden NFL 25, you had NBA 2K14, NBA Live 14, Need for Speed Rivals, Playroom, Resogun. That's not a bad game, but I don't think that was 60, but and it came out later on Plus. Skylander Swap Force, Sound Shapes, Super Motherload, Trine 2, the complete story, of course, and Warframe. So, just say you want to pick any of those games. Not really a lot of these games would stand out as much as Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but you know, if you were to pick one of these games, I'll probably say you'll probably pick like one of the top really popular ones. But anyway, it's gonna run you about $60. So we're gonna add 60. And then of course, you're gonna want more storage anyways throughout the years. So you're gonna buy a 2TB hard drive, which would run you about $100 at the time, because there would have been no sales, no deals, whatever. Just $100. The 2TB, not bad. Because you'll have PlayStation Network, and it comes with PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus gives you a bunch of free games too. Really good. So you're gonna be running out of storage pretty quickly, and in 2013. So the total, with all that stuff included, would have been $670. $670 on release for the PlayStation 4, another controller, PSN, one game, and a 2TB hard drive on November 15th, 2013, their release date. And surprisingly, that's still cheaper than the Nintendo Switch coming out on day one. So, and there's people that are talking about the price of the controllers. Controllers are expensive in general. I feel like there are things to talk about the Nintendo Switch, but don't put price up there. Don't say it's going to be too expensive. Don't complain about that, and definitely don't complain about the games that are going to be released. I know there's not that many third-party games from Nintendo. In fact, I'll even read it to you, because there's only 4 on release. There's the 1-2 Switch, which, let's be honest, that's going to be fun to play, even with friends and family. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Skylanders. Seriously, dude, there's always a Skylanders on day one, and Just Dance. Wow. That's impressive. And I pretty much said those 2 games, Skylander and Just Dance. That seems to be an initial release. Like, that's a guaranteed release. So you have 2 third-party games. Yes, they're for kids. It sucks, but whatever. All I'm trying to say is, before we start throwing stones, before we start talking shit about Nintendo Switch, let's actually try the Nintendo Switch. Yes, I am concerned about the controller, but you might not need to buy another controller unless you really, really want to, which is in your prerogative, and there's nothing wrong with that. And the only thing I can really complain about the Nintendo Switch right now is just the storage on day one, because it's only going to be 32 gigs. I would have liked it to be a little bit more, but that's just my opinion. I don't think the console overall is not enough to buy. I'm not going to buy it on day one until I actually try it, which I will in February. So, I'm just putting my 2 cents in. I think the Nintendo Switch is great. I think what they're, Nintendo trying to do is, I think they have something special right here. I think this might be like the perfect game, or like the perfect system for like casuals and hardcore players. Like, I think this could really be something big. I think Nintendo might have changed the game, and it might inspire other companies to follow suit. And that's what Nintendo is known for. Nintendo is known for, doing revolutionary things, man. Going outside the norm and trying new stuff out. Because they can. It's Nintendo. Like, they have the money for it. They have the fan recognition. Like, people love Nintendo. There are people right now that have pre-ordered the Nintendo Switch everywhere, and there's already shortage on the Switch. That's how serious it is. So let's just all calm down, relax. If you have any other things you want to complain about the Switch, just wait until you actually try it. Look, there's the link. It'll be at the bottom. Just go see where it's going to be at your city and try it out, man. And if you can't make it there, then you come to the Chronicles of Gamers, or you go wherever you need to go, and just listen to those people and be like, hey, they had a fun time playing the Switch. Maybe they might like the Switch, and they're just not saying it. Just be nice to Nintendo. All right, that's pretty much my 2 cents. I like the Switch. I can't wait to try it when it comes into my city. So I'm really super excited for it. The only concern I really have is just, you know, the little Joy-Cons. But I feel like I might just be overthinking it. And I cannot wait to try it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my 2 cents. Nintendo, you're doing fine. Thank you for bringing it, you know, to your little world tour so people can try it. I think you're doing a great job. Great job, Nintendo. And of course, thank you guys for, you know, tuning into the video. And yeah, I had to drop a little mathematics and stuff. Sorry, I just saw that meme. But yeah, I had to drop a little knowledge. Sorry if I got anything wrong. You know, please comment at the bottom. I like I said, I do fact check. So, and if I missed any, you know, facts or anything, you know, please let me know. Break that down. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here. You know, thank you for you know, pressing that play button. So, stay lit.